I couldn't meet earlier. I had to get some medication for my daughter. In this live today, we're gonna go over Copic Markers. So I bought a whole bunch of them at Hobby Lobby. I got them for a discount. I was maybe just gonna show you this sheet that I made. I'm gonna have this available for purchase. Because I had them in these containers. I couldn't wait for the live to put them in. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it beforehand. And then as I was bringing them in and setting them down on the table, they all fell. I was like, okay, I guess I am gonna do that in the live. So we are going to organize the markers first, and then we are going to put them in these trays. And then I'm gonna show you this sheet that I have. I have one that's color and one that is not color. This is just a quick reference guide, and they're really, really super small writing, but it's a good reference, like all in one page for your Copic markers. So this was the original Copic markers that I had. Okay, I had more than 3. I had 12 in here. Hi, Charles. You like the colors of world colored pencils? They're really nice. I like them too. So these are the Copic markers, and the markers that came in here were not like the greatest color combinations. And so, just a second. So here's the box. Let's see. And the color combinations, like you can't really do much with them. I was like, I have Copic markers, but I can't do anything with them. I can't blend them. I can't do anything because there's not enough to do anything. So now I have enough to do stuff with them. And then I also bought this because this was on eBay, and I went through each of them. You're late. Yay, hi Tara. I just started. I was a little late today because my daughter, I found out she's been having a fever for a few days and she had strep throat. And so she needed her medication, and that was about 11 o'clock. So I had to go to the store at 11 o'clock, and I was like, I can't do a live at 11 today. So that's where I was, but I'm glad to have you here. So I was just saying, these Copics, they also sold them for super cheap at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if these were like $1 or like or $5. They were super cheap. I didn't get these super cheap, but I went through on eBay and found them. You had the flu over the weekend? Oh yeah, it's so hard. Are you feeling better, Tara? Yeah, so she's kind of hopefully on the mend. We just got her first antibiotic today, so I'm hoping that by tomorrow she'll have a lot of her energy back and hopefully like sleeping better tonight. I hope that she'll sleep better. My dog's barking at other dogs outside. So anyway, these are the colors that came in this one. Okay, so I'm going to move this down a little so you can see the markers as I'm going through them. So these are all the markers, and I was just gonna show you guys this sheet thing, but oh, we just lost another one. So first we're gonna sort them before we put them in here, and they should kind of be in order. I couldn't wait for a live, and I was like, I have to get it done now. And I hurt my tailbone a couple weeks ago, so that's why I haven't done a live, and I had family in town, but we're back. So we are gonna start these out. So I kind of had them sorted already before, so we just have to kind of put them in order. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud. You love this pile of markers? I know, it's like never ending too, right? So we'll see how far we get into all of it today, but we're just gonna sort them really fast. Try to at least. I had them all sorted. And then I dropped them. Hi, Aristocrat Levi. It's nice to have you here. Look, here's a lot of browns. I have a black, 2 blacks here. So I found these at Hobby Lobby for $2 each. And I like bought them all, and they're like, what are you doing? So Copic markers have like the name on the marker on the end. And then they also have it on here too. Which is nice when they're in these trays. So you can easily reference what marker you are going to be using. So now we're getting the blues and such over here. I don't know, should I put it even more down? Let's see. My knee's like hurting. I bumped my knee this morning too. I feel like I'm just, it's like one of those weeks where you're like, let's just injure ourselves, right? Okay, so there we go. Now we have a little bit more space to, I did find out, because I feel like I got them, some of these aren't as closed. Hopefully they don't dry out. I feel like a lot of the colors. You like my shirt? Thank you. Yes, this, do you know what it's from? Anybody guess what it's in reference to? Okay. And, oh, I'm going to be going there in a few weeks. Probably see it sung live. Okay. I'm just kind of throwing them out here. Oops, I have 2 of this color. You have so much TS merch? Yes. Ah, I love it. Are you going to the concert? 5 times, Remy? Where are you going to? I'm going to Las Vegas, and I'm also going, I'm going to, New Jersey. But I'm so excited. So Las Vegas is coming up. Oh, so these are all the cool grays right here. Las Vegas is coming up in like a week and a half. And then I'm also going to our Materials World coming up. Detroit, Chicago, and New Jersey. Okay, so I'm going to New Jersey. Which night are you going? To have a little meetup. My Sharpies are supposed to come today. Yay! I'm still not convinced I'll like them enough to go Copic, but those look awesome. You know what? I actually have this other brand, and they're a little cheaper, and OLO, and I can leave a link below, but these ones are, like, they have more ink, and they're cheaper. I like them. I've been, like, an affiliate with them, but they have, like, twice as much ink as the Copic ones. I just bought these because I really wanted them and they were on sale. I couldn't spend the however much money it was, right? I don't even know how much. If these were $8 a marker, how much that would be. Too much for me. That's why I hadn't bought them yet. Someone's like, you should do all the Copics. I'm like, I would love to do all the Copics. I even asked Copic one time. I was like, can I work with you guys? They're like, usually we work with artists. I'm like, oh, like professional artists. I'm like, I like art. They're like, oh, it's funny. So let's see. So I'm going to Saturday night, Remy. I don't know if you're going to be at that show, but I'm very excited for it. Let's see. So just putting these in color order right now since I dropped them all. Hopefully I don't drop them all on the way back downstairs. And the caps kind of show the color a little bit. So you can look for the color. Okay. I've got, oh, here's all the other, okay, so. This is, I have all the cool grays, which was kind of cool. Some of these actually came from a fellow collector. I'm very grateful he sent them to me. Okay, Jason. Okay, let's see, where does this one go? I don't know. Just like making up spots for all these. Okay, let's see. And I'm gonna have a swatch sheet for these. I'm gonna do this again on my Saturday. Oh, actually, I might try putting them out Friday nights now. We'll see if that works out. Ever since COVID stopped, like, being a big thing, it's been hard for me to, like, figure out a day to, like, put videos out, because Saturdays get so crazy. I don't know. Have your guys' Saturdays gotten crazier? Okay, I think markers are hard for me being used to pencils. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what I have found with markers? I couldn't read your whole thing because it went off the screen before I could read it. But I need to have 2 monitors here because that's what I did one time. And I should do that again. But I feel you there. But I feel like markers can go down like so much quicker. So I can color a page or do art like so much faster with markers than I can with colored pencils. But colored pencils, and you can use them in tandem too. But I don't know if I would use alcohol markers if you're like trying to sell art, just because they're not light fast. Because then if you like did colored pencil on top of it, it might, like the underneath might not last forever. So I'd use, I think Faber-Castell. I'm going to review those ones soon. I have them in hand. I just need to go through and get them. But yeah, so yeah, markers. I actually have, and then the paint ones, like the Posca ones that I just did. I've been loving those ones lately too, because I feel like those ones are, sorry, I'm trying to sort as I'm trying to talk. Those ones are fun to use on different mediums, for sure. Okay, so we have these super light green ones. But one thing nice about markers is that you can, like alcohol markers, is you can build them so even though the color is light at first, like it will come, these ones are virtually in order. It will come back, like, not come back. You can make it, this is why I'm like trying to do 2 things at once. My brain is not functioning. But colorless blender. I actually have 2 or 3 of those colorless blenders. So is this all of them? Oh no, I have 4 more hidden under here. Okay. So after this, we're gonna put them in. This is a BG. Yeah, so Posca markers I like a lot. Posca, it's Posca. Okay. So putting all the grays down here. And where does this one go? This is like a pinkish one. Okay, and then all my grays. I was so excited to get all the grays. No, but like seriously, I wouldn't have bought these if I was paying out of pocket. They're just too much money. And the fact that they might dry out. But after having this many, I would like not get them all, but pick colors. How many total is this? I think it is, so there's 360 some odd total that are available, and this is like 120-ish, probably 120-ish. So I didn't buy them all. I had a few before, and Jason sent me a few other ones. So, but I did buy a whole bunch that day at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I know. So I think I paid, I don't know, like $80 just for this one. But yeah, that would be $60 to $80 just for 12. And then for the 200 probably, or 220 for 100, which was crazy, like good deal. So that's why I had to jump on it. Okay, so we have this tower now. We're going to build. Hopefully not break things, right? So I have bought probably like 5 of these. Someone asked me to do like a tour of my shelves downstairs, which I have done before. I'm gonna have to put this up a little. Now that we're done sorting the markers, I'll put this up just a tad. so you guys can see these going in. Oh, that's better. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think about 4 of these so far, but I'm going, oh yeah, the tour of the room downstairs. So I feel like I have to do some major like cleaning and organizing in there, but hopefully this summer, so keep asking me about it. It'll make me accountable for cleaning it up down there and organizing it so I can show you guys. So this is like a set, and this is more than one set that I got for this one. So we're just gonna put them in here, but as you can see those numbers. These are Copic Ciaos, and they don't have as much ink, but they're a good, and they don't come in as many colors, but it's a good budget way to get some of the Copic markers. So that way you can have them and try them out. And then one thing I like to do with the Copic markers, so let's see, I already have these in here. So I like to turn them over so you can see the name, like that. So we'll just keep putting them in, just a zigzag pattern here. And they're probably not perfect, but. So this is hurting my tailbone. Standing up like this. Like normally I'd be fine standing in this weird angle. Okay, this is better. I just can't really see them. You have 3 gel blenders. I use them with pencils. Yes, that is why I picked up, I went back in and I picked up, I think there were only 2 left, unless there's another colorless blender here. But I picked up I thought I picked up 3 colorless blenders, but that's why I did that. I was like, this colorless blender is usually $8. I think the people that got all the other colors before me didn't quite know or appreciate what was there. Oh, sorry, I missed that, what you wrote. This isn't good. Okay, so next time I think I'm gonna get the iPad. What am I doing? So these are Copic markers, Tristan, and I got them on sale. Usually they're $8 a marker, but I got them for $1.99 each. So of course I had to pick them all up because I have wanted to use these for a while. So, but I'm really excited because then I can show you guys some tricks and stuff. I already did kind of like a Instagram. Oh, I don't know if I put it on Instagram. I put it on TikTok where I did kind of for St. Patrick's Day. I did some blending with the grains. I used 4 of them and I created like this gradient with them. But I have an anime coloring book somewhere, but I want to do that, like kind of show you guys how to do it, because you can do so many cool things with the alcohol markers. So my tailbone's like, stop this. Actually, it's probably good to stretch it a little bit. Okay, and then I will move this back. So those are the colorless blenders. All right, these are it. Oh, I'm gonna move this one. This one's kind of grayer. Do you see how that one's gray? It's always so hard, like sorting supplies, because I feel like yeah, pretty pastel. Yes, I was just saying earlier that a lot of these colors, like even though they're light, you can really build the colors up. I might have to wait to make sure they're all side up later. So we'll see if we get time. I do have this sheet. I'm gonna make this available for purchase, and you have to let me know. I put it all in one sheet, but it's super tiny, so it's like a checklist, and you can swatch. Just do a tiny swatch, because I found, like, now that I have this weird collection, that I can't just get random ones anymore. So if I see them on sale again, I don't want to just buy all of them again, right? So I'm gonna have this sheet and like take a picture of it. So that way, if I'm in a store or something and they do happen to have a sale, that one's really close to that one. That way I can get the right ones. And these are not in perfect color order, I realize. When are you gonna swatch them? So if I have time today, I'll do like a rough swatch of them during the live. We're at 20 minutes, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But I am going to do a video, and I was saying, I'm trying to figure out which day, but I might be trying to do videos now. Oh, those ones should go over here. Oh well. Do videos on Friday nights now. So I did one last Friday night. It worked out pretty good. I won't be able to be live this, like, and chat with you guys, but sometimes I can be there and chat with you and kind of give feedback and such. So you'll notice, like, the first half is like the colors, and then I have a ton of grays and a ton of the browns. That's because that's what was left in my Hobby Lobby, which is not a bad thing because then I'll have a lot of skin tone markers. So I'm trying to do tone. So, I kind of separated these into two different categories. So bear with me as I try to figure this out. So this is fun to be just, I love these trays. They're not very good. Which Copics do you have? Okay, so I have a random assortment. I had bought these ones initially. They were just the 12 basic, which I didn't like because I couldn't really do much with them. I feel like you have to have probably at least two colors, like an opposite color, like these ones. Do you see how, this is from OLO Markers, but do you see how there's like 3 different shades? So that way you can play with them a lot more. But I feel like you might have to have 3 times like 7, 21. I feel like you have to have a good substantial amount to even be able to do anything with these. So I have a random assortment of markers. That's the quick answer. There's no rhyme or reason to which ones I have. And like this one came from someone who sent them to me, which is super exciting because these are the Copic Ciao ones. And they're not as much ink. Like it's a good starter set to see if you like the color. They don't come in as many colors as the sketch one. So this is like the sketch one. But these are usually pretty pricey, so it was a very good score to get at that. Because I was like, do you have classic sketch? Yeah, so these ones are the classic sketch right here. They're not all in here because these are the duplicates that I have. So I put the duplicates back, but I'm gonna store them all in here so I know at a glance what colors I have. And this thing, like, I don't like the colors in here very much anyway, so I'd much rather keep them in here where I could see all of them together. I also did buy this off of eBay because it was going for like $20, which was still pretty good because I didn't have any of these colors. All the other packs, I had some of the colors, and so for me, it wasn't worth it at that moment. But now it's going to be interesting. I think my best bet, if I want to get all of them, which I don't know if I do because now I have all of them. I bought a lot of the sketch. It was so expensive, but the skinny one's way better. Personally, same brush, just not as wide. So you like the skinny ones. You love to sort colors, Tristan. So why you like these skinny ones? Are they easier to hold? Is that why you like them? I feel like they would probably be a little bit easier to work with than these ones. They just don't have as much ink. So that's why. But this Olo right here is like the best of both worlds because it has twice as much ink and it's skinny. And you can get like a handle for it too, which I don't have. But you can get a handle for those. I should show you what these look like maybe after I'm done putting these all in here. I actually wasn't going to do this, but I'm kind of glad I am because it's kind of like accidental. It's like I needed to do this again. You know, when I did it, I was like, should I wait? No. Should I do like, it was like on a Saturday. I was like, I just really want to put these in right now. I want to be able to use them. So I do have like a lot of browns and creams, as I said before, which is really awesome. Oh, let's see. I might reorganize them though. I kind of like the way I had them before where they got dropped. Actually, this isn't bad. There might be a few of them that I move around. But I am going to swatch these all, and that's going to be either the Friday or Saturday video. I'm going to be trying to put those out, like I said, on Friday or Saturday. Hopefully Friday. That would be good, because then I would not have to do anything on Saturday, and then I could choose to do things on Saturday if I wanted to. Instead of feeling like I have to get a video done, and then at the end of Saturday being like, why didn't my video get done? So, let's see. I thought I had more warm vibes. Oh, I do. It's right here. I'm like, I thought I had warm ones. So we'll just move this over a little bit. Let's see. So you just kind of move them one at a time. I did find, though, when I bought some of these, and I'm going to do like a video on that, is some of them were dried out. And I went back and I was like, hey, can I get the ones that didn't dry out? There was one that I could not find because it was the last one that I had grabbed that was dried out. But I'm going to do like a video on reviving them if they revive. Uh-oh. N. I thought I had an N1. Maybe I don't. I just have an N3. Who knows? Maybe I'll find more randomly somewhere. Oh, gosh. I just found this one. Is there any more hiding in here? Oh, no. Sorry. Nope. That was not. Remember, that was one I had an extra one of. Thank goodness. I did not want to have to do that again. So these are all... I'm going to put my two colorless blenders here just because these are all like the same. Oh, this is my third colorless blender right there. I thought I did get 3 of them. I did. Because I think colorless blenders are awesome. You can, as I think it was Dave said, that you can use them with colored pencils too. So are there any colors that you want to see? Let's see, what time are we at? We're at like 28. I try to keep these about 30 minutes. So we probably won't do, I will do this in that video that I'm doing for Saturday. I will put this in. So this is the small one. I will do a swatch chart of all the ones that I have. So what I'm gonna do is a blank one and then write on it, just because that way I can have as many colors as I want, right? Okay, so let's see. Oh, that one's a dark brown. Oops, okay. Oh, this is another, oh, that's warm gray 7. Okay, so I have to move these a little bit. I should have like looked at these. I like just randomly put them in. We just have to make it to here. But I will leave the link to this. I feel like, so hopefully I'm going to see these guys, Crafters Companion people at our Materials World and be like, I've made like 5 videos. You can make a color chart of all your Copics text ones you. Tiffany, yes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So this is the chart that I have. It's super small. I'm going to make it available for purchase for you guys. I can like make this into 4 pages, I think it was, and it's not as small. So if you guys want me to do that, let me know and I can probably add that. But I can have one that's 1 page and one that's like 4 pages. And so this is just in order of whatever color is in there. Like, so BV31, BV34. So they're just in like that color order. And then also I am going to have like a blank chart too that you guys can put in. black. I don't want to put black right there. Okay, so we'll put these last two right here. So someone asked how many there were. There's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 122 colors is how many I have. So are there any colors that you guys want to see? Yay, I know. Are there any colors you want to see me swatch at the moment? I feel like that one, because it doesn't have the tip, it gets lost. Okay, so I will leave that for the video so you guys can see that. And I'm going to swatch these OLO ones real fast. So these are the colors of the month from OLO. We're going to make this go down just a little bit. This is me practicing. This was with mild liners. This was, I cut something out here. Oh, this was for my video last week. I like to use things and like not waste. So, and then this was me practicing with combo markers, my upstrokes and my downstrokes. Kind of having fun. Okay, so these are the three colors. There are 3 shades of like aqua green. And so the difference between these markers and these markers is these are really customizable. So let's kind of look at one of these. So it's similar to this one, right? A little bit different, but similar. Okay, so if you open these, you have your chisel and your brush, like you do on that one. And then you have your brush and your chisel. But the thing with this is it's all in one marker nib. Okay, so you have 2 nibs, but it's in one barrel. So with the OLO markers, I'm going to put the caps back on so they don't dry out. Make sure. And these are black if it's brush and chisel if it's chisel. So they do have the name right here, like the Copics. But then they also have it here, like the Copics do. So you, like if you're using it, you can see it, or if you're like storing it. I have a storage container for these. I don't have as many. But the really cool things about the OLO markers are that they come apart. Hi, Dawn, how are you? So they come apart, and let's say that you use BG 2.3 and BG 2.7 a lot together, and you're like me and you just use the brush a lot. They like go together. Isn't that cool? So you could have 2 markers, brush, brush. You're good. Great. I'm glad to hear it. You could have 2 markers, brush, brush. So then it would take up not as much space. The only thing is if you did store them, you can see the other side. But that is what it is. So, and this is the little thing that comes in it. So this is the connector. So depending on where you want it. So I want this one to go back on here, right? So I'm putting the brush and chisel back together. You like brush too? Yeah, me too. So then, so both sides are kind of like empty. And then you can just put this on. And then you can just put this back on. So it's as simple as that, easy like that. And let's put this one back. And then we're gonna swatch these. So I like to start with like the darkest color first when I'm doing like a gradient, and I'll show you why. I think it's, yeah, the darkest color. So we have our dark color on here, right? This is a pretty blue-green. I can't zoom in, which drives me nuts. I would if it were on my thing. Okay, and then so the next one is I like to come at it like this a little bit. And you see how it kind of comes together. I've never put these together before. So you kind of color into the darker marker, and then you can come back down to where you did before. And then I can also bring this marker back in. This paper dries really fast. Some paper doesn't dry as fast, so. so you can get that gradient going. And then, so this is light, like we were saying, the pastels, you can really build them up with alcohol markers. This is the first time I'm seeing them together. Looks like some pretty color combinations you can achieve. So I would do it on like a smoother paper, but this is more good for crayons. That's why I was using it for crayons. But so you can see how you get this little gradient right there with all of those three colors. If you're using a different paper, let's see how it kind of, you can see there's a separation. It won't separate as much. So those are the markers. The Copic ones we'll go back to what we sorted. Is there any questions? Do we have any questions on these markers? Any more? It was really nice to chat with you guys about them today. It was really fun. All right, well, if we don't have any questions, check out the video that I'm doing for these. I'll leave it in the link, so if you're watching this later, you can watch it. And I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh my gosh, come on.